Hello, I'm Trent, aka Trademark here. I want to talk to you guys about clone tokens, the #1 question I've received on this stream. Trademark, where do I get clone tokens? Trademark, give me some clone tokens. Why do you have 1,000 clone tokens? Basically, the best way of getting clone tokens is trading. I was gifted all of these, so I didn't even farm. I farmed like 20 of these clone tokens. I was gifted the rest of them, but there's a lot of clone tokens in the economy. However, you'll notice right now there's no way to actually trade. They've disabled trading. They are working on it, and hopefully they'll restore it soon. But in the meantime, what I did receive proof of was that you can definitely actually get clone tokens from dungeons. Now, I would recommend doing the summer dungeon because that's the one that I think has the best chance of doing that, but I'm not positive. In fact, I probably should ask. This is the proof that I received from a player that just recently in version 36.02, you see here, he does certainly have a clone token drop. I'm trying to see if there's any way that I can tell what dungeon this actually is. Maybe if he's still in chat, he can verify what dungeon it was. But 36.02. So make sure if you're in 36.01 still on your server, go reset your private server, go find a new server. Oh, you can see the shard, someone said. So it is summer. Yep. So stick to summer. Like I said, that's the one I would be focusing on anyways. Summer dungeon 36.02. You can get it. It might be a rare drop rate, but you should be able to get the clone tokens from here. And then just a quick refresher on duplicating units. I've already mentioned this in a previous video, but I'll talk about it again here. When you go to clone a unit, okay, you don't want to clone a unit that has like a limit broken divine that has one really good passive on it. Like let's say, or even like something like this. This is a Luffy that has light speed on it. You'll notice that's going to take 60 hours, which isn't that bad. But if I find a limit broken one like this would take me 356 hours to do. Okay. The number of hours that it takes depends on the passives that you have, whether it's limit broken, whether it's shiny, all of these things factor into it. And basically the rarer that the unit is, or the more upgrades it has, the higher the cost, or the higher the hour cost is going to be to clone it. So why do I suggest that you clone units at basically with no shiny, with no passive? That's because you're going to get the lowest base cost to get the duplicates that you need to turn this into a limit broken unit. In other words, if you get one Luffy like this, it doesn't matter what passive you get on it. This will never be your main damage dealer because the summer event's going to end and you're not going to be able to clone him anymore. You're not going to be able to get new ones. You'll never limit break him. He will never be a damage dealer on your team because a limit broken secret is actually better than a non limit broken divine unit. So what you want to do is you want to clone just like I've been doing. I'm cloning all of my non-shiny, non-trait units. All right. And then now that I have several, I'm going to be sacrificing one of the Rians for a avatar. And then I'll be using the other 3 basically to limit break one of them. So now I have 3. I can actually start cloning again until I have a use for this machine. I can just keep cloning these divines. And eventually I will use them as sacrifices to limit break. But what I'm getting at is you want to have at least 3 of the same divine. Then once you have that, you can go shiny it, max out the talents. You can roll a good passive on it. And then you can shiny the other 2 and limit break it. And then you can roll for the other second passive. And once you have a very, very good unit that has like a double mythic or a double secret passive on it, something like this Luffy, Gear 5 Luffy that I got, it is illusion, so you can't really tell. But these Gear 5 Luffys I got during the summer event last year, or when the game stopped updating, and I was able to duplicate it many times to get me many of these really cool double light speed units, which are great utility units and damage units for me. So they serve dual purpose. Right now, they're giving me a huge time multiplier, and time multiplier affects everything, guys. It affects your clone machine speed. It affects your incubator speed. It affects your it stacks with time chamber. It affects your what else, like your limit break speed, if I already mentioned that, like all the machines. Oh, and your max open cooldown. So all of those things are affected by time. Time is a huge modifier. That's why I was suggesting everyone vote for the 5x plus 5 time event. It's just super amazing of an event. Now, once you have, like, let's say you can also be duplicating. What I would suggest, another thing that you can duplicate in here, clone, is utility limit broken mythics. Okay, things like this crowd that are limit broken mythics that have double utility passives on them. So things like Lucky 3, things like Double Draconic. Because they're mythic still, they don't have a huge time requirement, but you can duplicate those to have extra lucky units. And that's going to be great news for you when you want to build a utility team like me. You can see I have a full double Lucky 3 team here. I also have a full double Draconic team. So you can use these teams to basically, for utility purposes later on. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to roll off solid gold on that. But you can duplicate utility units, divines, and then one last tip is right before the event ends, okay? Because when the event ends, you're not going to be able to access the summer world and you're not going to be able to clone anything else. Right before the event ends, try to put in your highest damage best passive limit broken divine if you have one. So for me it would be this double protagonist chief maid right here. Okay, if I max her out during this and before the event ends, if I don't get like a Raizo or a limit broken Raizo or something, right before the event ends, I would want to clone this double protagonist chief maid, because it will be it will start the clone timer and the event will end, but you can withdraw that clone unit in the future. So it doesn't matter if it takes 20 days for you to clone that. You're going to be able to withdraw at the end of the clone period, and you're going to get that massive damage boost at the end of that at the end of the duration for your clone machine. So just a few tips about the clone machines and clone tokens. I've been having people have a lot of questions about this. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Clone your divines without passive on them first. Clone your utility units, and then when you can, clone your really good double secret passes limit broken divines. But that's the best use of your clone machine. I wish you guys luck on all your drops. Malo Alpita, thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out of here. Ooh, hold up. One more thing. Did I need to clone? $538. Okay, let me show you guys real quick. If you want to know how to do that, you just take the hours, 538 hours, you divide it by your time multiplier. So right now I have a 6x multiplier, but let me throw on my my light team, time light. Here we go. So now I have a 10.05 multiplier. So if I just do 538 hours divided by 10.05, I get 53.5 hours. Okay. So if I divide that again by 24, then I'm going to know that I'm going to be able to, basically I can clone this. If I just keep my current team on, I can clone this in 2 days and 2 hours. With the current time event, as long as the current time event is still going, I could clone something like a double. So even though it looks like a ton an hour, 538, with the current events going on, you can actually clone things in a relatively quick matter of time. So, yep, good luck with that. Malo Alpito, thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out of here.